Taco, 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 taco tribe. Come see what Taco Tribe can do.
So should we start with Marcus? Do you want to tell us a little bit about the project?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Nico. So thank you again for having me here. I appreciate a lot. Hi to everyone. I'm Marcus from the Feather Frogs team. And our Feather Frogs project is pretty in an early stage, I would say. We have just started our whitelisting. And I know Ryan has some different opinions about projects with whitelists and stuff. He talked about that earlier in some spaces of yours, but our whitelisting is actually a bit different. It's actually more like it's a bit gamified. So we try to get our community members or new members to get into the topic, what Feather Frogs is about, and they learn about the project while they're doing like some daily quests and stuff. And that's actually why we created the whitelisting thing. It's more like a gamified getting to know the project. Let's say it like that.
I see. Can you tell me, is there, if I understand this correctly, is there a game that you're building also?
So actually, I would split the Feather Frogs project into two big pieces. Yes, our main goal in future is to build a proper game that will be playable on the phone and as well as on the browser with an open world, including different areas split it into 9 kingdoms, and you will have like 3D characters that you can run around in this metaverse and have your own little communities in there in your kingdom, connect with the other kingdoms. And the main part of the game will be actually a trading card game that's inspired by a lot of people maybe know Final Fantasy started a special trading. No, it's more. They call it Triple Triad. They had a Triple Triad card game starting in the early 90s. Some of you might know. And we actually want to have the main part of the game will be the card game itself. We will have like a story mode where people can play for free as well, where they can explore the Feather Frogs universe and play for free, do quests and stuff. But the main goal will be that the cards that they will be playable in the game will actually be NFTs itself. And the players who know the Triple Tide game is like when you actually win the game, you're allowed to choose one of the cards of your what do you call it of your other person that you have won the game.
Wow.
So you can choose one of the cards from your opponent player, and that means like you actually win an NFT.
Very
But
cool.
this is the second big part of the Feather Frogs project. So the first part of the project is we are building an NFT collection. There's actually 5 collections where we have our frogs as our NFT characters. And we have 5 collections because our frogs can be in 5 levels. Like we start with 1 level frogs. So a 1 level frog has 1 feather on his head. And during the game, we also wanted to build how can you call it, an NFT trading game. So we implemented the option that if you have two specific frogs with fitting um, with um, fitting characteristics, that you can burn two level 1 frogs, for example, to mint one level 2 frog for free. So it's gonna be kind of an NFT trading game where you have to look for specific frog characteristics so that you can level up your frogs. And while we're doing this, of course, like we're going to burn the NFTs. So the supply is gonna get less with the time, but the rarity of the frogs is gonna get higher while they
get burned.
level them up.
Yeah, nice. That's a very interesting concept.
And we wanted to include our community as much as possible to Discord. So we will have specific quests and stuff that people have to join our Discord games. So they can easier level up their frogs. So for example, we will have like a frog bank, for example, where community members and holders can do like daily quests and earn our Discord currency. So for example, they can like buy items where they can exchange their frogs. Like for example, you have one blue frog, but you need a second red frog. So you can actually buy with the Discord currency an item to exchange that frog from our bank.
Oh, so the Discord currency is a big player in the. It
Yes,
takes
it's
a
also
big part
very,
of the game.
yeah, it's gonna be very important as well. So we want our members to be active in the Discord as well, like joining the games, having fun with the trading. So we actually call it, I think everyone knows what Tinder is. We gotta call it like the frog Tinder, like find your matching partner so you can level up your frogs or your NFTs.
Oh, that sounds cool. Frog Tinder.
Frog Tinder, yeah, that's what I call it. I like it. Frog Tinder. And one more important thing is, like we have 9 different kingdoms in our frog universe, and our frogs are have specific elements and characteristics. So we have decided that we want to share our secondary commission revenues on our community as well. So, for example, that means like if you have an red frog, we have also implemented 9 wallets for all our kingdoms. So we're sharing all the commissions that gonna get accumulated from the secondary sales. So if you have a red frog, you will get access to the Red Frogs wallet, for example, to make it easy.
Well, all this sounds like a lot of work, man. Are you doing this alone?
It's a lot of details, yeah. Yeah, I was alone for a long time, but our community is growing, and we have amazing friends in our community now that are helping me a lot. For example, I want to say a big thank you to Foodie Polar, who is here right now as well, and Darkwing, who just joined very new to our community. And we're gonna rock this all together. It's gonna be fun. Everyone is enjoying it. We have lots of games going on already in the Discord. So, and like we're very new, but I can say like we have some older members than members that join new to us. So, and it's very cool and to see like how our older members teach our newer members how to play the game. So this just shows like how everyone is enjoying.
Yeah, well, you are new in the space, but I certainly see a lot of activity the past month. So you're getting big, and I really
Hopefully,
love.
hopefully.
I really love because I've been in your Discord, and I really love the way you're handling the the currency and the games and everything. Because you know we always try to find ways in our Discord to utilize the currency there to motivate people, but you know it's not easy. It's not that easy anymore, especially now during the bear, because people feel like Discord is a lot of grinding, and they pretty much avoid it.
Yeah.
And you have made a pretty good job to utilize your Discord currency. Well done.
I always I always wanted to be the Discord like where people can come and play games and enjoy the time, not just like coming there to read announcements or something. Like I really wanted to have the people there spending good time and having fun, and it's going good, and I hope it's gonna get. We're trying to get more and more funny, fun stuff in there, and I think everything's gonna be good.
Nice. Tell us about the Advent calendar idea, which is awesome. I have to say, I'm already a winner. I know this from 2 days ago,
Yeah,
and I
our
love it.
tribesman Fiddy also won today. He won the number 12.
Oh yeah, also tacos are
Yeah.
getting feather frog prizes. Yeah.
So if I
So,
gotta be honest, Nico, the advent calendar,
uh-huh.
I gotta say, like, if you are doing low budget promoting, you kind of start getting creative.
Yeah.
This is actually how I came up with the idea. I was thinking about it for a long time, and I think 2 days before the 1st of December, I was still thinking about, no, come on, it's gonna be too much work, don't do it. But I don't know, I felt like I have to do it, and then I just did it. So it's a lot of fun. I like to connect with other communities and support other communities as well. And I think it's a good way to connect with their community as well. Like you get to interact with other people on Twitter, you chat with them, you try to organize the giveaways and stuff. So I like it.
It's very nice. It's a very cool idea. When I saw it, I was like, ah, damn, this guy got a pretty fucking good idea. I should have thought that before.
Thank you, thank you.
Very
I
good,
don't know.
very
I
good.
think that because I've been growing up in Germany, and like my mom, she always used to get us like little advent calendar, like you get from the supermarket, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you just get like a little piece of chocolates out there every day. But it was always fun just to wait for the next day to open another door. So I don't know. I wanted to include this as well,
I love it,
and
man.
everyone is enjoying. So it's cool.
I love it. So just to let people know, uh, guys, you can jump on the pinned tweet. It's basically for the number 13 of Feather Frog's advent calendar.
Yes, we have hidden 2 tacos in there.
Uh-huh. And Marcus is gonna do the draw during our space, and he's gonna announce the winners in the end, like I
Nico,
will do
one
with my
question.
giveaway. Yeah,
One
sure,
little
man.
question. We have 2 tacos in there. We have one normal taco and one pixel taco. What you want me to do? Should we do one winner or should we do 2 winners? I'll let you decide.
Well, uh, if you ask me, it's better. It's always better to have more winners, not
Okay,
just
we'll
one.
do 2 then.
but it's up to you, of course.
We do too then. Guys, everyone please join the giveaway.
I'll tell you what's going on with tacos and pixels. Personally, I know that tacos have a lot more utility, and it's the main thing, right, of the taco tribe. But on the other hand, the art with the pixel tacos, it's sick. It's something
really
else.
sick. I love them. Yeah.
And the funny thing is that I really wasn't into pixel art before, but and I remember when Ryan was asking if we should do a pixel collection, and I was like, nah, maybe not. But when I saw the pixels for the first time, it was sick. I was really down. I was like, yeah, let's do this. This is amazing.
Yes, they are really amazing, and I think they gonna run against the normal tacos in future.
It's probable. To be honest, what I'm thinking about them more is like we should use them as a currency maybe for something like what you want to do with the trading, like make a small economy, let's say, of sort, where people are trading pixels to get either queso or guac, and somehow involve them into stacking.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. We know, you know how we are. We we pretty much improvise as we go. Yeah, go with the flow, exactly.
So yes, to mention it one more time, tacos, pixel tacos are not able to get staked right now, right? You cannot stake pixel tacos. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Brian? You back?
Hey, I'm gonna be home in like 5 minutes. But I just wanted to say that I will donate a brand new mint to the advent calendar. So whoever gets the brand new one will also be able to mint a pixel one. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 as well.
Is this gonna be tonight?
Yeah, so it'll be with the advent calendar. So instead of giving away one taco and one pixel taco, you can give away 2 tacos and 1 pixel taco, and the winner of the new minted one will be able to mint a pixel taco as well. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1.
Wow, that's a lot of prizes tonight, Nico.
Yeah, you're the boss.
I think Solo's got his hand up. I'm going to be back in like 5 minutes. I'm about to pull into my apartment and go upstairs.
Do your thing, man. I'm better than you in this.
You are. I'm jealous right now, dude.
What's up, Solo?
I was just going to say, like, for people that might not know, that the pixel tacos are actually a free claim. So every taco that you have that you've minted, then that hasn't claimed one already, you can go and claim a pixel taco. And there's a substantial amount of people who own tacos who haven't claimed their free pixel taco yet. So they should do that.
That's very true. I think we are somewhere below 1,000 or 1,000 or something, while the tacos are almost 2,500. So a lot of people haven't realized yet. Thanks for the notice, Sula. So Marcus, are you you're gonna do the draw now for 3 winners, right? You're gonna do also the one for Ryan's.
Oh, should I do it as well? So I'm gonna put 3 winners in the Twitter picker.
Well, that's what I got. I mean, he said it's gonna be for the advent calendar, so.
Okay, but we do it at the end of the space, okay?
Yeah. And at the end, we'll just announce the winners.
Okie dokie, perfect.
Anything else you want to share about your project?
If anyone has got any questions, you're free to ask.
Anyone? should we move on? Also, I have to greet Bree. I see he came up. How are you doing, Bree?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just listening to Feathered Frogs and all the awesomeness that he has coming along. Really excited about that. Um, yeah, I feel like tonight's going to be very interesting, especially with the AI and NFT spaces. We got some really cool people up here. I see, like, we got Delta, Secret, High CC. High CC is definitely someone I know in the AI community doing some really, really cool things, and her art's getting showcased all over the place. So I'm really interested. I'm here to. I do have a background, so I'm a computational neuroscientist. I did specialize a long time in AI, and especially in generative adversarial networks, and that's just kind of the algorithm that you guys know to make the artwork. But I'm just interested to see how it's getting utilized and how all these artists are putting this all together, because this is a really cool field. It's evolving rapidly, and I'm just inspired by everything that you guys are doing.
Yeah, I don't know what's everyone's feelings about AI, but I'm getting the feeling that the past 2 months approximately, we've seen AI taking over, huh? It's not like it used to. I mean, people are starting to feel more comfortable with seeing AI art. I mean, in the beginning, there was always this debate about is it or is not art. Now, people are starting to feel a lot more comfortable, and while the PFP market is stormed by rugs and uh, uh, pumps and dumps. I think this is a very good opportunity for AI art and AI artists to just move up in the space. Yeah, come on, Secret.
I just wanted to say that the debate is still there. The drama is still there. I think it's gonna be there for a long time. Please, Delta.
I'm gonna be honest. The debate's still there, and it's just as bad as it's worse now. It is so bad right now. Like, I don't even get involved anymore because it's like no point. These guys are just going to keep hating on it forever. And I don't know who's trolling, who's being serious about what they want to debate on. But honestly, it's not worth it. Just do what you want to do. Like, at this point, I'm just going to give them the big middle finger. Like, if they hate what I do, then who cares? I'm just going to keep doing it. It's just like some guy Secret shared with me this. Some guy made a children's book using just AI. To use AI to write the book, used AI to make the images, and he was just playing around, and he got so much hate for that. And I'm just like, I couldn't read the comments. I just stopped reading the comments. So anytime a debate is up like that in like a tweet or anything like that, I avoid the comments because I'm just like, I'm not going to go through all this crap, to be honest.
Well, come on, Solo. Tell us.
Yeah, I was just going to say, kind of what Delta said, ignore the debate at this point. Collectors have come around. Collectors are buying up AI art, just like it's any other one-of-one art. So you're going to always have people debating. But like when books were first invented, people debated about were tablets better than books, And when digital art came around, you had the same debate. So inevitably, as long as you just keep doing what you're doing, the debaters are just going to keep talking, and progress is going to happen anyways,
Come on, Delta.
And what people don't realize is that history repeats itself. This happened with 2D animation films. Is there any 2D animation films anymore? No, because corporations switched to 3D animation because, one, it's cheaper and it's faster to produce, so they can get movies out a lot quicker. And a lot of those 2D animators had to switch over to 3D, or they lost their jobs, or they had to go find a new career. We're at the precipice right now where there'll always be space for traditional artists, period. But if you don't get on board, it's going to be hard down the road. Like, it's going to be really hard. I mean, with the invention of AutoCAD, back in the day, people used to hand draw blueprints. When AutoCAD came around, all those jobs went away. So you either had to tech up or you lost your job. And I know that's a bad thing to say, but corporations are greedy. They will try to cut as much loss as they can, period, because that's how corporations are. So, and it's not just the art industry anymore. They replaced, like, at my old job before I quit, they replaced like 90% of the cashiers with self-checkouts. So it's happening everywhere. So, and it's scary. It's really scary. Now a lot of the coders that I know are afraid because Chat GPT can code. Like, it can do basic codes right now. So a lot of them are starting to get scared because as it gets smarter, it's going to be able to do more advanced coding. So it's a really big debate on what's next. A lot of people are hoping for UBI, but I don't know. I don't know with governments and how they are. It's a huge debate what's next for the whole automation and AI industry, because we don't know. Like, it's innovating so fast that it's hard to guess what's going to be in the future.
Well, but this is part of innovation, and at the end of the day, this is human progress, right?
It's human progress, but what people are worried about is everyone losing their job. But like, if no one has a job, then no one can pay for anything that these AIs are producing. So something's going to have to give in the future, and the only logical step is UBI, the universal basic income. But again, there's so many things that can happen. Like, it's hard to explain because it's not just a political debate. There's economics behind it. There's social aspects behind it. And it's just like we're at a precipice right now where I literally don't know where we'll be in a year. Like, I 100% don't know. I know Midjourney's coming out with a new model next month, for sure. That's what they talked about. So, like I said, I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain what the governments are going to do to react to AI. They're still debating if it's copyright infringement or not. That's one of the big debates with AI art is copyright infringement. But like I said, it's a rabbit hole of legal stuff, and I really don't know. The hope is with automation, it gets rid of tasks that are meaningless. Hopefully, that was the whole goal with automation, is to get rid of tasks that humans shouldn't be doing. We should be focusing on something more important than being a cashier at a grocery store. But now that AI is touching other careers, it's getting kind of fuzzy with what's going to happen next.
Well, it's scary for people. That's for sure. Secret?
I have to say it is scary. It is scary. And as Delta says, I cannot even imagine what is going to be AI capable to do in 2 years, or 3 years. 10 years is like huge time, in 10 years everything can be changed. But as we were saying before, it's the debate of always. I started drawing as a kid with normal with pen and paper, like everybody starts drawing. And I remember when I started using Photoshop, people would say to me, you are using a computer, you're cheating, that's easier. And nowadays nobody will say to an artist, you are not an artist because you're using Photoshop or you're using Procreate, because everybody understand that they are a tool. And I think that is what is going to happen with AI, or at least is what it should happen. Right? People should understand that it's a tool. It's not a replacement. Well, it is a replacement in some way, but it is a tool that has to be learned how to use, and it can make so different stuff, because now we are just scratching, like we are doing the AI art, but there are so many applications to AI. And you can do crazy things. I've done even design tattoos with, and you would come with the pictures with the person already tattooed with your design. and that's incredible. Imagine going to a tattoo shop, and you can make in the AI the design you want. That would be so amazing. I don't know if it take work or not, but we cannot go against science progression, because this is gonna keep going on. So if you're gonna go fight to the sea, go to fight the waves, but the sea is gonna be still there. So that's what I think.
You're gonna be drowned. You're gonna be drowned for sure. Brie.
Hey, so when it comes to the idea of people getting cut out by AI, I think it's just the idea of not understanding truly what the AI is, the whole idea of what the generative adversarial networks actually do. It is a standard. So what it is it's comparable to the idea of some sort of state. So some sort of like, for images, it's like, hey, does this look like this, and can it pass? So it keeps doing something until it doesn't know between what's real and what has been created. These standards are actually can change, and they do change very often. It's kind of like an evolution, right? And so that's the particular need for people and artists alike, is that every time that this stuff evolves, like a coder, right? What we're doing now, and as we see this definitely with the engineering and the software, is that what was working, like now in 1 year, there's going to be different frameworks, there's going to be different everything. And when it comes to these AIs to put code together or put the art together, as these standards change, the humans need to update these standards so that the AIs can actually go ahead and start working at this stuff. So I think that, it's this whole argument that AI will replace, I think that it's more of a symbiotic nature. I think that AI and humans will evolve together, and especially in these fields like coding, and especially in these fields like art. I find this like whole idea that people are like, oh, like they took our jobs. Like they're not, like we're always going to need artists here. We're always going to need coders here. And I think that this whole movement is just going to make it so much better. I mean, like, when I was using it, it was for computationally modeling neuro stem cells, and the idea of us having to sit there and count and stuff like that. You're not going to hear any scientists be like, oh, like AI is not real science. Yeah, it is. Believe me, it's taking like 30 hours out of our work. We're very happy for it. I think it's going to be very symbiotic in the future.
I totally agree. Come on, dall-e.
I come from the artist. I understand the artist perspectives, because corporations are inherently greedy. They will cut jobs if they can. We see it all the time. I mean, unless laws are put into place where they have to have a certain amount of humans working at a place, then I don't know. Like, because right now, corporations we see get away with fraud all the time. They get away with fraud. They get away with not paying taxes. It's just how corporations are. So unless there's laws and stipulations put into place, I'm really concerned about artists, because I mean, people, I don't know. It's such a weird topic. It's like it's to me it's mind blowing that now we have the tools that actually replace are almost at the point where they can replace an artist, and I don't think it's right, because as an individual artist, I'm not here to replace anyone. I am not here to replace anyone in this space. Do what you love. In my whole business side and the economic side, I see that corporations might go down that route of getting rid of the humans. I mean, just if you cut down your illustrators from like 20 to 5 because the AI can do so much. I mean, that's 15 people that lost their job.
Sigrid?
Well, I agree that corporations are greedy, but corporations, that's human people being mean. I mean, it's not AI. AI is supposed to work for us, so we don't have to work as much. But people always want to get more. They will have less people. Less humans working along AI. But I don't think that's AI being threatening to us. It's people that is greedy being threatening to us, because in the end, the AI is a machine. It's not. It's a tool. It's like a hammer. You can build with a hammer, and you can kill somebody too. And we have to be very conscious about this, because AI can be used in very bad ways, but it takes a person to do that, a bad person. I think it's a problem with, I'm more scared about how the people will use the AI than the AI, because the AI in the end is, yes, as Bryce says, algorithms, it's science. It's supposed to be here to help us, not to take our jobs. But people will take advantage, of course, like if they can cut if they can stop paying other human beings. There are a lot of greedy people that would do it. So I think we have to adjust. We have to. I don't know the word. We have to evolve with the AI. We cannot get stuck, because if we get stuck, that's a huge problem. And I think this since the beginning. When I saw AI for the first time, I was like, okay, this is gonna be this already draws better on me. So I want to know how to use it. I want to know how to control the AI by myself, because if you know how to control things won't control you. A lot of hands up.
Well, don't worry. Well, I want to back up this idea of secret a little bit more, and I want to push it down further, because as Secret says, it's AI. Basically, it's a tool, and it's not only AI art. We're using AI for many stuff, but in my mind, exactly because they are tools, they are, let's say, means of production. So at the end of the day, for me, the issue, if they're gonna take our jobs or not, it's not about the AIs. It's about whether regular people are gonna have AIs in their hands so that they can produce work. Exactly because AI is tools.
I think in the future, everybody will have AI, and everybody will work along AI. Like doctors, everybody. I mean, everybody complains about this, but I haven't listened anybody complain like, "Oh, my doctor is using AI to fight cancer." No way. People want AI in the medicine, Yeah. I think we will just, Bryce said this before, like we have to learn how to work alongside AI, not is like in a symbiotic way. Yeah. If we don't adapt, is an old saying like like the one who survives is not the strongest or the smartest, is the one who knows how to adapt to the changes, and big changes are coming, and we need to know how to adapt ourselves.
I totally agree. So look,
yeah, I think what you're going to see in the future of, like, as far as what people are worried about their jobs in the art world, and what kind of Delta was touching on with the corporations, is you're going to see things like copywriting and like advertisements, billboards, magazines, that kind of art, and graphic design, website design, all that kind of stuff that's kind of considered like 9-to-5 job type art is where they're going to cut down their teams, because you can have one AI guy and an engineer or something that does the copy for like all of Coca-Cola, rather than having giant marketing teams, So it's going to be a tool that's going to cut down, but it's the same thing with assembly lines or any type of automation that has been big in the last like couple of decades, automating everything. What that actually means for the art world, I think we're still a ways away from like films being made and stuff, even like the stuff that's being written with like AI, a lot of it is regurgitated just internet stuff, right? That they're just matching and stuff. Where I don't know if they've reached the point of new ideas, and like new philosophical ideas, or like what artists do best, shine a light on society and stuff. So I think like in that aspect, the true spirit of art, I think, is going to last a little bit longer. How long, I don't know though.
Sounds logical. I see Charlie. You want to come up, Charlie?
No, let Delta, because Delta's been raising his hand like 1,000 times, so he got something to say. He got something on his chest. Something on his chest. Let's hear from him.
Everybody wants to listen to Delta, huh?
No, I
Okay.
had a thought. No. My thing is like, you're right. Tools. It's not the tools that's the issue. It's the people. It'll always be the people. It's the same argument with guns. I don't like bringing guns into the whole conversation, but guns aren't inherently dangerous. They don't. So the tools aren't inherently dangerous. It's the people that use them that make them dangerous. So it's the whole fact that you're going to have corporations come in, and you're going to have corporations do this because they can, unless there's laws in place. It's always going to be like that. Humans are inherently greedy. Full stop. I don't. It's just how it is. So that's the only thing I'm really worried about, because I've already seen corporate greed, and it's already at an outrageous level. With the right tools, they can push this really hard to a level of greed that it's unfathomable what level of greed there is. And the point about your counterpoint about the regurgitation of text, there is AIs out there that can come up with creative ideas. Like, you have to enter something. There's always going to have to be a human using the tool, but there are certain AI text generators that are inherently creative. So, and they'll work with your ideas and what you want to do. I've played around with them. Like, you can write a whole D&D campaign with an AI at the moment. So, just to answer that, and just to put that out there.
Pixelosopher, you want to come up, man?
Hello. Thanks for the invitation.
Welcome.
I firstly came here because I saw Delta coming in, and also because I really like tacos. I'm from Mexico, so I'm an AI artist myself. But
Nice.
and it was like a blend of both things that I'm really enjoying right now. And I just wanted to add a little bit into the conversation as of like telling art works for expression, right? And like opening new thresholds for the philosophy of art that we are involved with. And in my case, for example, AI has been really great for my mixed media outputs, basically, because it just makes more sense to tell stories and make the AI work with them. So, for example, I mean, there are those who are immensely talented with their own hands, painters, illustrators, I don't know, performers, even musicians. And others are just logically minded, like programmers, game directors, generative artists, and such. But others, like myself, I consider to be better with words and like describing scenes or directing them, even reflecting on ideas that with AI I can discover to play a better like a better depiction of what I'm thinking about. So as well, yeah, of course the tools that we have are always evolving, and it's gonna be, as Delta said, the people that define how it evolves, but also how we humanize the AI outputs. Because in the end, I think the people will prefer those humanized AI outputs. Now you can see a lot of prompts that are basically the same, and it's really hard, let me tell you, to get original artworks out there using AI. So thank you for opening the space for this discussion to happen. Me myself, I've been trained as a philosopher too, so I'm really accustomed to this kind of discussions, whether this is art or not, or whether this is good or not. Only history will tell, in my opinion. Thanks.
You're welcome. Charlie.
Okay, so now it's my turn. So, I mean, if you think about it, 15 years ago, 2000 I mean 2007, right? Or let's go even farther back. cell phones, right? The iPhone came out. People didn't even think that it's going to be a watch, it's going to be a camera, it's going to be many different things in one device. And now, fast forwarding now, many people have that device in their hands and they use it daily. That's technology. So now people don't even look at it as a intrusive or that is going to take jobs. It's just a tool, right? So the same thing when AI art came out, I saw it as a tool. I'm a photographer. So the same discussion probably was in the 1800s when photography or the first camera came out. And people, the painters, the sculptors, and those that works with their hands were probably thinking, these people are not really artists. They're just clicking things away with this device, this tool that they use. So fast forwarding now, photographers are complaining about AI, about we'll go outside, we take pictures, we do this, we wake up in the morning. AI just prompts. So it's kind of like hypocritical, right? Because they don't understand what is the value of what this technology is. As Secret was actually saying, this is a tool that everybody's using now. And I see it as a trend. Most people are using it as a trend, like they just experimenting what they can do with it. And of course, give it a couple of months to a year and they will quit because that's not their passion, are not into it. But some will see this as an opportunity that they were looking forward to, that they didn't know they have skills to stay on that path. And that's what I like, the self discovery when it comes down to this type of tools that you can use and manage for your for betterment of your skills as an artist. I don't think this is gonna replace anything. The illustrators, the 3D artists, the 4D, everybody, anybody that has that skill is already far ahead from AI, in my opinion. And also, they're not gonna lose anything, because the creativity, the human creativity, can be replaced. What you think is not what I think, and AI cannot replace that. And collectors, people that are into buying art, they're gonna see that, and it's happening already. People, some of these collectors are actually asking if this is AI or not, and because they value the work that the actual artist comes with their own hands, their own mind, not saying or taking away from AI, because prompts are not easy. You can create, come up with some basic prompts, but if you know what you're doing, and that comes with skill, now you know you can create some amazing things that the average person that is using AI can't. And that at the end of the day, it comes with the skills, and if you are passionate enough to pursue it. Uh, so the reason why people are just knocking on AI is because most people are starting doing it and are selling work with it. But just give it some time, and these people will not keep up with it because creativity is not you. I don't want to say born with it, but you need to know what you're pursuing. What is the purpose of what you do, what you're doing. So that's why I say AI is something that is, let's say, fat, but it's trending for many people. But for those that are really into it, they will remain.
I I really like your opinion on the matter, and the whole photography thing was pretty on point. And basically, what I want to keep from what you said is that also the people that are not using AI are not threatened by the whole situation with the AI. And can you elaborate a little bit on this part? Because I can understand that, okay, someone that was a painter, someone that is a painter and he's not using AI, he will still be able to do that forever.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna elaborate on more on this. A painter, every artist here has their own brand. So
Uh-huh.
basically, what you do, it has far more value than other people that generate from whatever algorithms that might be it. There's gonna be value on that always. Uh, so most collectors will see that. Uh, of course, there are going to be some collectors that they will not care. They just see what they love, what they see, and they're gonna collect it. But in my opinion, those that are have the skills, so they work hard trying to learn those skills for many years. They will. I'm pretty sure they will not be forgotten, or that they will not be replaced because they have earned their right to be an artist and to showcase their art, and they should have full confidence that what they do is top notch and is like unique, that it can be replaced, it can be redone. So and that's what I wanted to. That's what I mean with artists shouldn't be worried about what AI does, as far as the art and generating with prompts and things like that. I respect both of them, all the mediums actually, not just AI, and all mediums of art are being actually, I respect them, and they got their own functions to it. But I wouldn't take it as a threat, in my opinion.
Hmm. Very interesting views. I like it. Secret?
I'm completely, I agree completely with what Charlie said. And I wanted to say an example that I used to think is like in the beginning, because photography, I think, is a very good analogy with AI. Before photography, if you wanted a portrait, you had to hire a painter. With photography, that changed. You have to hire a photographer. Now you don't have to hire anybody. You have your smartphone to do it. But if you want an oil painting of yourself, you still need a person who knows how to paint with oil. And these people are charging a lot more now because they are more, they are less working on it. You know, there are less portrait oil persons because it's not as fancy or people say, oh, no, I want a picture. But if I want an oil portrait of myself, that's going to be very expensive. So if you are really an artist, a hand make artist, you will always will have a place because there are still sculptors. There's people who makes sculptures with programs in the computer, and there's people who still sculpts with the hands and with wood, and they are less people, but they are most passionate about it. And about the AI is the same. My sister played with AI a lot, but she didn't got hooked to it. Like, yeah, she used it. I show it to her. She tried to make some images, some memes. She loved, but she went away. Why? Because she's not interested in it. She has her own things. She likes to write. She likes to read. So she played with the AI, and when she was bored, she didn't use it anymore. So I think it's gonna be something like not at the same level, but yeah, in the future, if you hire somebody to make your publicity and you're hiring a human, that would be higher quality. You know, everybody will say, "Oh, that's human made." You know, that now is backwards because the weird is the AI. But when the AI is the normal, when the AI is the rule, people will come back to want human made stuff because that will be more unique and more hard. You know, because that's what I think. Because it is hard to make your own style in AI because the AI is trained in some images and you cannot do anything really new. You only can work with the things that the AI is trained in. And the AI, imagine there is now AI that makes anime and manga, and it does it amazingly. And you can make your manga girls or your anime boys, but with an anime AI, you cannot do as much maybe as you want to do with photography. You would need a model trained in photography, and that's better for doing photography with AI. So the AI cannot invent anything new. Maybe in the future, but for now it's iterations and iterations, and and you have to drive it. You have to know the what do you want, because there are things that you don't know that they exist. You cannot write them on a prompt. If you don't know the name of certain styles or tendencies, artistic tendencies, if you don't know what is, for example, the Art Nouveau, and you don't know what is that, you cannot write it. Yeah, and the AI, and if the AI is not trained with Art Nouveau or Art Nouveau artist, it won't make Art Nouveau, or it will be extremely difficult to get something of Art Nouveau out, because the AI is not trained to do that. So in the end, the people will be, the AI does what it's trained to do. You can train to make like the chat GPTM, I don't know how to say, but it's amazing. And this chat, you can ask, I want to say about, I don't know, the First World War, and a thousand words long, and it will do it, but it won't make something new with it. It will take, it would do something good, but nothing. I don't think something 100% new. I don't think people will do 100% new, or really neither, because we are always, we have influences, and there's people that I mean, I'm an artist from always, and there's people that say, "Oh, don't use the AI because they are stealing." The AI learns from other artists. How do you think that artists learn how to draw? Copying other artists. When I was starting to draw, I wasn't like, oh my God, I need all my huge only ideas. No, I would look at the drawings that I like, and I would copy and copy and copy. And after a lot of copying, you maybe have a little bit of idea for something new. But in the end, it's the same, but way more quicker, and it is very broad. And I know it's scary, because it even scares me. It even scares me. It's like, wow, and we'll. But yeah, it is. I cannot imagine an AI making a plot twist in a story. Like, but maybe yes, but it would be very difficult for an AI making a crazy plot twist in a story. It's writing a story and you want a plot twist. Well, for now it's gonna be a pretty weird thing, because the AI is like, yeah, it's just iterations and iterations, and you need to say this iteration is good, this is not. We go for this path, and now you're gonna do that, and you have to say, because if you just only use it, you are gonna get random outputs, and they may be absolutely beautiful. I don't say no, because the AI in the art is trained to be beautiful. If you don't do beautiful things with AI, it's harder to do ugly things than beautiful things, because it's trained to be beautiful. But if you want to, I think the real mastery of the AI comes when you have your style, and you can say, oh, this is from this person because I see this style. And that's way harder to do. Making your own style with the AI, because if you don't fit your own drawings, it's very, very hard to do. It's not as easy, because if we take the AI and we use same model, because people don't even know about models, but there are different models of AI, and you can even train your personal model if you want. You only need time and a good GPU. But if you get the same model to people, and they everybody writes red dog, it's gonna be amazing red dog. Okay, it's gonna be very beautiful, but it's gonna be almost the same dog for everyone. Different perspectives, yes, but it's gonna be the same. Um, like the feeling of the dog is going to be different. But if you know, you can say, oh no, I don't want a red dog, I want a red dog in this style and with this perspective, and you keep adding and adding and adding, and maybe at some point your AI becomes recognizable, like, and people will say, oh, this is from X. This is a Delta sauce. Oh, I can recognize Delta. I can recognize it. Oh, this is from Delta, but Delta has been doing this for more than a year. I don't know how many times, possibly 2 years already. It it's like, no, it's not that easy, and people just get bored. And I don't know. I understand the fear. Because even I have feel it, like, oh my god, what I draw and I studied graphic design. So when the first time I saw AI, it was like, oh my god, why did I study all these years, you know? But now that I use it, I know that all the knowledge that I gathered studying art through my entire life and studying design, graphic design, that makes me I'm able to do things pretty much quicker than somebody that doesn't know anything. If you don't know anything about composition or about color schemes, you have the machine, but you don't have the knowledge to use it. So I think the theoretical knowledge is gonna be needed still, and it's very funny for me because I come from the real. I hate saying real art. I come from the handmade art to the AI, but I know people in the AI community that started with AI like as something that, oh, this is interesting, and they started developing their own style. They started studying about arts and studying about previous artists so they can improve their outputs. So in the end, the only thing you need is the study and the knowledge. You won't need more your hands. It's the only thing that changes. You don't need your hands, and it is very, very quick. But you need the knowledge, you need the perspective. You want to say put an isometric thing. If you don't know the word isometric, you don't know what it is. You won't get that from an AI. You need to tell them. Or if you want, I want a black and white 50 millimeter objective, because. But if you don't know anything about cameras, you won't get good AI picture from AI, because when you know cameras, you can say, oh, I know that this camera with this objective, you have this effect. So I ask the AI for that. But if you don't know it, you can get it, but it will be luck.
Yeah,
and you cannot be able to do it twice. Maybe you do it once, but you won't. When somebody do it, you can see that it makes that job like 5 or 100 pieces at the photography. You will say, okay, these people knows about photography and about perspective, because this is not coincidence. And it's not coincidence. Some things are coincidence, but when it's something that repeats itself a lot of times, it's not coincidence. It's not coincidence. It's just people working and knowing. And I love how some people that didn't have interest in art before are getting interested now, because the AI makes it affordable to them, because they start saying learning new words and learning about the ancient masters and it's for me it's like, oh my god, they didn't know about this, and they look so happy. No, look what I found, look at this style, it was from this decade and this person did that. And it's amazing how it's like reverse engineering of the art, I find it super interesting.
100%. And I wanna put some more weight on the personal style, because most of us, I believe, in this space right now, that are not AI artists, but for sure tried it a bit. I mean, I did. Paco did. And, I see that, as you said, I make some very beautiful stuff. And I feel that if you don't make beautiful stuff through AI, there's something wrong with you, not with the AI. But on the other hand, I understand very well what you mean when you say about personal style, because I make a lot of nice stuff, but when you see them, they are different stuff, and there's nothing there that can say, this is Nikos. It's just different, random, beautiful things, but it's not my style. That's probably something that a real AI artist has to spend a lot of time to achieve. Delta?
For that, the whole thing about that is that if you're going to be a good AI artist, and this is just my opinion, you have to have intent and meaning behind all your work. Otherwise, you just put out random bull crap. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but AI art is really just about curating collections that have meaning behind them more than anything. I have over 1.3 million images saved on my computer that I've made with AI in the past year.
Damn.
So, and I won't. And what I'll end up doing personally is I'll work on 5 pieces at once, and then I'll select the best of the 5, and the 4 pieces will go in a file somewhere on my computer, and I'll use that later if I need to or not. But that's usually my whole method behind my work, is just curating the best of the images that I've created and making a meaningful collection with an intent. Because like anyone can make a red dog, but if that red dog has no meaning, then what was the point of you making it?
100%.
You don't. People don't make art with no meaning behind it. I mean, abstract is kind of that way, but abstract has meaning to everyone. And it's a weird subject because a lot of people just put out random AI images, and that's not going to make you as an AI artist. Like right now, where I am, I'm getting questioned by collectors about why my style was so different a year back, or 5 months back, or why do I have so much one of ones out on the marketplace, and it's just like collectors don't realize that AI artists 99% of the time, AI artists will come into the space not knowing what they want to do. That's just how the tool is. Because if you can make anything, you want to test everything. You want to find where you want to be and what style resonates with you the most, and then you stick with that style. That's where I am right now as an AI artist. I found what I want to do. It took me a year, and I'm sticking to this, and maybe in the future I'll experiment a little and I'll change it up, but I found my style and what I want to stick with for now. So, and collectors don't realize that. They don't realize that an AI artist has to explore before they find themselves. And while you're exploring, you'll end up putting out works that you might regret down the line. I don't regret any of my works. Like, all my works were stepping stones to get to where I am today. And I don't regret anything I've put on the blockchain, anything I've sold, and it'll always be like that. But I think just to be a good AI artist, you just have to put out work that has meaning and intent, and not just put out random bullshit because it's beautiful. Because like Secret said, AI makes beautiful stuff, but beauty isn't what sells you as an artist. You sell yourself as an artist. What you do as an artist means something. And for me, I don't just buy people because they have beautiful art. I buy people because I like them as a person, and I like their story, and I like to know why are they doing art in this style? What inspired them to do this? Why are they doing that? And I think the weight of an AI artist is more about the artist than the actual art, and that's just how I feel about it.
100%. I mean, that's the whole point. Yeah.
I wanted to add something real quick. What Delta said is spot on, and that's something that it needs to be addressed. When it comes down to AI, I would say many people have said this a million times. It's a tool. So now, if you don't have any intent or you don't know what you're doing with this tool, it is a matter of time that you will lose interest and you will disappear. Most people that are using AI right now for NFTs are using it for the cash grab, okay? So people,
True.
collectors will catch up into this real soon, and now they will see, okay, so what is this randomness going on? This is actual. What is your experience? Are you experienced with art, or are you just doing this just to grab money? Okay, so once everybody just catches up with this, now they will actually see who the real artist is. If you're an AI artist and you have intent and you know exactly what you're doing, creating your own style. And I'm not saying that you're born with this creative mind that you're like, damn, and I know exactly what to do from the get go. No, it takes time. As Delta said, year or more, uh, whatever it takes. But once they see that intent, that what you're trying to create is something that you want to do, something unique, and that's when the appreciation comes, and that's when the passion comes in as well, because you want to keep doing it. See, people that don't have any type of purpose on this, they will disappear. That's why when I see people like copying or doing plagiarism or whatever, I just let them roll, because at the end of the time is the ultimate judge. That there is gonna be determined if they're gonna remain here or not, and that's when people are gonna realize that these people were not here for the long run, and that's when the collectors realize what's gonna happen with AI and the artist behind it. They will see the intent. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
Yep, time brings out the truth. I like that. Delta, I will come to you. Just let me introduce Fab Quilp before we come to you, because I saw him raising and lowering a hand a couple of times. Welcome, Fab. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, basically, I agree with everything everybody's saying right now, especially with what Charlie just said. It's a tool, and as an artist, you can never have too many tools in your tool bag. Um, you're going to be better at some than you are at others. Um, and, it's still so much in its infancy that, people will be able to tell fairly quickly. This is AI. But there will become a time where it's not so easily detectable. I'm looking forward to the time where you're going to start seeing AI drastically mixed, purposefully mixed with illustration, hand done, and see the melding of it, almost like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit esque thing, where you had cartoons interacting with the real world sort of dealy. But I don't fear it. I've messed around with it a little bit, both Mid Journey and dall-e. Um, it's something. It's not for me, because let's face it, I'm not that good of a wordsmith, but it's just something that's going to take time and practice. I don't think it's something for us to fear, because like I've heard many times here before, it's kind of a temporary fad for people when you can download it as an app on your phone, and someone's like, ooh, let me see how I look in AI, and then they do 20 pictures, and then they realize, oh, I got to pay for it now, and they're like, oh, screw this, it then becomes cost prohibitive for them. So if a real artist, somebody who's a true wordsmith, wants to use it, and they don't have a hand talent, as I like to call it, where it's you can go onto a piece of paper or Procreate or any other the other programs, and it's just like the difference between using Illustrator and Procreate. One is a vector, and it's a completely different skill set. And as an artist can use their skills to their own, but there's no problem using either of it. I think yes, we will have some growing pains in the creative community, where corporations, like people have said as well, are going to have their greed and stuff being very pronounced. but I think there will never come a day where the human uh, ability to transpose emotion onto paper or onto a medium is going to be lost. Um, I'm actually looking forward to seeing what is possible in the future. Because I mean, let's face it, just like Web 3. AI is still in its infancy. I think there's some great things that are going to come from it. I don't think it's anything to fear. Um, but for those that can do it, like Delta, and Secret, you guys are great at what you do. Um, I just think that props need to go out for those that can do it properly. But for those of us who are just simple illustrators, I don't see it taking away from anything that I do.
Totally, totally. I get you. Delta? Or I don't know if Delta is still here with us. Secret?
Maybe he fall asleep. Oh no,
he dropped. Yeah.
no. Yeah, I wanted to say that's completely right. I mean, AI cannot unless you feed it your own. But that is something that I want to do, but it's a lot of work. Unless you feed it your own drawings, it won't draw like you if you are an illustrator. And Nikos said like way before, like you get beautiful results, but they are like random styles, and you cannot see a cohesive point. That thing that has to be worked, and I think a very good exercise for that. This I invented myself, but I don't know. It's taking a random picture that you like in the internet and try to replicate that image exactly. That is how it is with AI, and that's a great way to learn, because any image, any style, you just take it and you just try to get the same. It's possible to get the same result, but you just try and try, and that's how you learn how to tame the AI, because the AI is you have to tame it because it's so,
you know what? You know what, Secret? Now that you're mentioning this, the other day I found I don't know if it is AI, but yeah, probably you could say it's AI. I found a website where you can actually put an image and it breaks it down into words. It makes an analysis and it actually gives you words that are consisting the image.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of applications. People try, they are very interesting if you're trying to learn how to do AI, but the one mistake, because there are people that think that if you use that with AI, you will get the original prompt. It's not. It gives you some approximation, like it thinks, but I tried with my own pieces. It doesn't give you the real prompt. It invents a new one that can work, and gives you something like that.
Well,
it is a good tool to learn like concepts, or names or artists, because now I've seen people like, oh, I'm gonna see all the artists of the 19th century, and I think it's good. I think knowledge is good, and that's the way how they do is learning and mixing words, and a lot of them, not all, because there are like two waves of AI: the people that likes the raw AI that is the only written, and people that do post processing. I do post processing. A lot of people that does post processing. So do you have the base from AI, and then you export that to another program to do with Photoshop, with Procreate, with anything, and you work from that. There's a lot of ways to use the AI. I've even made my own drawings, run them by AI, and then draw them again for like several times. And it's like I don't know, like chemistry. But
And it needs a lot of experimentation, right? I mean, you have to
yeah,
experiment a lot.
yeah, as Delta said before, there's people that will say, "Oh, why do you style change so much?" Well, as an AI artist, you need to experiment everything. Like you need to know what do you want to do. You need to see what are you capable to do, and when you have what you think or you have tried everything, you can choose what are you good at or what do you really enjoy or what gives you some kind of feeling for you because you can do anything, and I'm doing that as well. I do a lot of different styles because I like it. I like just investigating how the AI can do different things, and with time new models come, and any new model will get different results. So
Exactly.
a lot of collectors don't see that this an AI artist as any other artist needs to evolve. And AI 1 year ago was nothing to do with AI today. And not even if you use the same words, you would get different. Such different results, but the AI is improving and the artist is improving too, is making a more big vocabulary, learning about the styles that he wants to do. And I don't know, maybe changing that how I don't know who said before, like they wanted like illustration mixed with AI. I try to work through that. You know, I would like to mix my handmade with AI and just improve everything. And I'm rambling now because I start talking and I lose my mind.
It's okay, it's great. We love you. Delta, do you wanted to add something? I saw you raised hand before.
Well, it was brought up. Collectors are starting to realize that, and they are starting to pick specific AI artists in the space that have their own styles. I've been asked probably 10 times already by 10 different collectors about who would I suggest, who's next, who's next in line, and I honestly just point out people with solid styles, like solid that do the same kind of art, because that's what they're looking for at the end of the day. It sucks. It 100% sucks. But
Man, if they are asking who's next, you say Secret Project. That's what you have to say. Secret Project is next.
Yeah, Delta.
But it's just it's weird because I've gotten so many questions. Like I was ticked off yesterday. Not gonna lie, I was like, because it's just like it's just I don't know. It just felt like they're trying to like quantify me in like some way. Like they're trying to break me down into like they're trying to break me down into pieces that they could like quantify in a sense. Like, and I don't like it because it's like with AI and being an AI artist, 99% of us explore. Like, I don't think Red Rum, because Red Rum, everyone knows Red Rum. Like, his pieces are iconic. Like at this point, like I see a red piece, it's Red Rum. If it's red in AI, it's Red Rum. And it's just like I don't think he started out with that style. I'm 100. Like it's very rare for an AI artist to come in, say, "I want to do this. This is how I'm going to do it." That's it. And then another fact is with AI, you need to worry about, and a lot of collectors are noticing it. Why do you have so much work? Your work could be similar, but you're producing way too much. So at this point, I'm cutting back on all my work. Like I don't plan on releasing a new piece until next year, because it's just like it's weird. It's weird to transition from art to fine art is what I'm trying to say. Like fine art relies on its rarity and like its scarcity compared to just regular art. Because one of my friends, he's an AI artist, drops 2 pieces a week. Each piece he sells for $1,200 every week. He's been doing this for the past year. His whole thing is consistency, and it's weird because at that, I'm not saying his art is bad or it can't be considered fine art, but at that level of like releasing art, it's not going to be considered fine art, I don't think, because collectors want rarity. They want something that comes out once a month that people are going to fight over. They're going to bid each other over, and it's just a weird mentality to switch from. Because remember, this is my job. I went from having to sell every day to not having to sell every day, and that's been a weird trend. Like that's been weird to transfer over to like accept because I'm like, I need to sell today. I need to sell today. I need to sell today to pay my bills, and I don't have to do that anymore. And it's weird. It's a weird transition. So collectors are noticing. I've seen a lot more collectors collecting AI recently, and it's really amazing. And there's always going to be that level of narrative where people are going to hate on it and they're going to trash on it. But your art doesn't sell itself. People are forgetting that you have to sell your work. Your art doesn't sell itself. And what people see is, oh, why did this AI sell for $5,000? It looks like it took 5 seconds to make. No, you are forgetting that person had to make the connection to that collector to sell for that price. They are forgetting that it's not just about the art, it's about the marketing, the brand. It's about you as the artist presenting your work in a confident manner, and people forget that. They see the big number and they're like, oh, they just sold that instantly, or oh, that's money laundering. No, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than just getting lots of money for your artwork.
I totally agree with you, dall-e. Well, I would like, I know I shadowed a lot Paco, and I know he's there and listens to us. And I want to bring Paco into the stage also to tell us how does he feel about the whole situation, and how does he see his AI now that he's dipping his toes. Paco, you there?
Hello. Yeah, I've been here. I've just been enjoying the conversation in here. Um, Me personally, I've gotten a different perspective from just listening to the space today, but I feel like it is just learning. It takes an artist to create AI art, like they were saying about the red dog. Like anybody can put that in, and you'll get a bunch of iterations of red dogs that look fairly similar, but you need to know styles and concepts that only you have made the connection of to make your style. Like when I look at a piece from Delta, they all are different, but they all have the same style. Like you can tell that, or from his latest works, at least, that it's from Delta. It's got the same feel to it. It's got the same like nostalgic presence. Um, so it's definitely a learning curve, and it's definitely a tool that has to be um, researched and worked, and it just takes an artist to create some amazing art on there. I have been trying to get Jake to come up. He wasn't here earlier, but he just made a post, and it did seem like that he's not all for AI art, which is I would love to get his opinion and perspective about what his idea about that is. So I'm trying to get him up right now. But in my opinion, I love AI art. I love that you can create something out of nothing, and I love how if you do have the knowledge, like of photography and of certain pieces and styles, that you can create something unique and that you might not have been able to do before. Um, I guess I'll be a little bit of devil's advocate and just say I have seen a bunch of things from certain AIs where you can maybe see the signature of somebody's original piece that the AI has scanned into the art piece, which is kind of crappy, but it definitely happens with learning and looking at millions of different pieces and things like that. I think in the future it's definitely going to be pretty indistinguishable from real art. Now you can look at a piece of AI art and it looks beautiful, and then you scroll in a little bit, you can see it's like a little blurry. Some lines might not be finished and things like that. But I feel like it's definitely very early and definitely being developed over time. And there's different ones, the whole thing that's going like viral on Facebook right now. You know, you put your own image in there and it'll make a bunch of different images, and the Japanese one where it's like specifically that makes you manga and stuff like that. So I feel like we're definitely just getting started, and there's going to be a lot more to come. But right now we're in the early stages, and it takes a lot more for an artist to actually create a good piece of art from AI. Secret?
I just wanted to say about the signatures that I personally love it when make some AI and it comes with a random signature, because I feel like it's like the own AI is making signature of this piece. But I like it because I think, oh, look, he's trying to sign, you know. But that's very, if you know post processing, that's usually very easy to erase if you want. Yeah, it's just as you all say, AI now is a baby, and look, this baby what can do already. Like, and it is a baby. In next year, in 2 years, in 5 years, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy, and I think it will be smartphones. Yeah, like I don't know, Snapchat filters won't be filters anymore. Maybe they are AI filters, you know. Um, Photoshop already implemented a stable diffusion on their program. You can put AI. You can use AI through Photoshop now. So I think like different companies are going to put AI in their products. Maybe they say more openly or not, but just a way of helping. I don't know. I was afraid, and then I loved, and I'm afraid again. But I don't think I don't. The things that make me afraid about the AI is not the AI, is the people using it. You know, for bad stuff, because can be you can train an AI for everything, and you can make pretty disturbing images with an AI if you train it to do it. Thank God for now, not a lot of people train AI, because it's not a thing. It's not hard, but it's not accessible if you don't know coding or if you are not in the world of the AI. It's not something that anybody can say, "Oh, I'm gonna make my model." No, it takes you need to know about computing, and you need to know about images and that. But who knows? Who knows what will happen in the future? I'm really excited about it. I want to know where are we gonna be in 5 years, because I think these next 5 years are gonna be more change than the last 5 years to now. You know, I think it's gonna be like a technologic change, an amazing technologic change, and I always love technology, and I'm always in the side of the robot. You know, since I saw the artificial intelligence, the movie with the kid, I was like, oh, poor robots. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna be always defending the AI, because I don't think, yeah, I have an analogy, but it's I don't know if there are kids here, but you know, when you sleep with somebody, and a man cannot be changed by a dildo, you know, you can have one, but you really will have a real man. But I think this is the same with the AI. So you can have both. You can have a man with a dildo, and that would be amazing. Is that's the amazing? I think a bit like that. I wish there was no kid here.
No, I think that's a perfect analogy. I mean, I feel like it's just the next step in art creation. It's kind of like when NFTs came. It's like, why not buy just digital art from a digital artist, or why not buy a real piece? And I definitely feel like it's just the next logical step. Delta?
The funny thing is, I've had this conversation before, and no one can come up with an answer. Let's say you're an amputee, and we're 10 years in the future, and you have a fully functioning robotic arm, and you use that robotic arm to make a work of art. Did the
Did I get rugged? I can't hear Delta's talk anymore.
Nah.
No, yeah, I think Delta rugged.
Oh, but I think I understand what he was going to say. If you have a robotic arm and you're drawing with your robotic arm, is that is that not art? I think that was the point that he was trying to.
Yeah, like, did you create the art or did the robotic arm create the art?
Exactly. Like it's at the end of the day, it's a tool. Like that's what I try to make with that analogy. Like because someone with a prosthetic arm uses that arm to make art, that doesn't make it not art. It's just a weird disconnect for me with the whole AI.
Well, I would love to get anybody that's here right now that is not for AI art, so we could actually have like a decent discussion. Because I mean, I can't say anything negative about it because I love it. I love where it's going, and I love that it's being developed. And I would love to get a perspective of somebody who doesn't like AI art, who thinks that it is ruining artists, and just kind of have a little discussion. If anybody in the audience um, isn't for AI art, I would love for you to come up and discuss as well. I mean, I can't really talk many points about it because I am for it, but I would love for someone to come up that isn't for it, so we can have a little discussion about it. If anybody's out there, I know that a lot of us are here because we do love AI art. We love what it's doing, and we love where it's come from and where it's going. But I would love to have a little discussion about it if anybody wants to jump on up. Anybody have that is even for AI art? If you have any qualms, any cons or anything like that, Fab.
Yeah. Here's something that I don't like about it right now is that so far a lot of the stuff that I've seen that is commercial, everything looks so homogenized. It all looks the same. It has a specific look to it. Now, I'm not saying that like Delta or Secret or these professionals who know what the hell they're doing do that. But I'm saying that a lot of the stuff that you see out there these days, it's so just it all looks the same. And that's probably because people don't know what they're doing. But it just it's like cookie cutter, and I that I don't like.
Well, I think that goes back to the artist. An artist needs to use the tool correctly because it's being marketed to the whole world, and anybody can do it now. So anybody can put any prompt in there, and a lot of people think very similarly. Um, it's like if you're at like a a wine and paint or whatever, and everyone's painting the same thing. If you are just following along with the crowd, you're gonna come out with the same exact thing, just mildly different. But if you're there and you have a little artist background or you're a little creative, yours is going to come out different. You're not going to follow the same path, and I think that's what we're seeing mostly is a lot of people just following the same path, and just messing and trying the AI for the first time, and that's why we're seeing so much art out there. Because and like Nico was saying, it's really hard to make something that's not beautiful. So if you make something, even though it's very similar to something someone else made with the AI art, you're still going to post it. You're going to still share it around and think it's amazing, even though in reality it is cookie cutter, and a bunch of people could have made the same thing. Manifest.
Hey guys, yeah. First I'm gonna apologize because I'm at work and it might be noisy. But for the record, I am for AI. I have a couple questions that I would like to direct to people more experienced than myself, along the lines of kind of the robot arm conversation. So I am new to generating AI work, but I have been observing for the past year and see these amazing artists that have come out of it. I am using AI with the intention of compiling and manipulating the pieces together in order to use them as reference for larger physical pieces that I would paint. My fear is that even the compilation and the use of these AI generated works to create physical pieces would be considered, for lack of better words, cheating to some people. Just looking for feedback on that viewpoint, I guess.
Yeah, Delta.
For that conversation is art can be as easy or as hard as you want it to be. It doesn't matter what other people think, and it should never matter what other people think. And I think people are needing to know that if it's such a weird conversation because what people correlate to art's value is time equals value. When we're in a digital era, when things are getting more efficient, time does not equal value, and it should not equal value. Take Jackson Pollock. He just threw paint on a freaking canvas, and I'm not hating abstract or his style of artwork. He made art easy. It took him at least 1 to 2 days to make a piece of artwork. I am not hating on that, but people value his work. People like his work, so that's the determiner of value for art. And if you want to make it easy, make it easy. If you want to make it hard, make it hard. I see a lot like it's the whole thing with collage artists. People don't like collage artists. I have a friend who's a collage artist, and she said she gets hate all the time because people said her art isn't art because it's a collage of other people's artwork, but it's still an art at the end of the day. If you think it's art, it's art. So I wouldn't worry about the opinions of others. And another thing I want to bring up is that does anyone know what it took to make the Mona Lisa? Like could I ask anyone in the audience what kind of paint was used for the Mona Lisa? Would you guys know? Would you guys know the process? Would you guys know the type of brush he used? No. And do people care? Do the average person actually care what was used to make the Mona Lisa? I don't think so. But the Mona Lisa has value. And that value is perceived by collectors and art historians. And I think that's where we draw the line at this point for at least AI art, and if art should be easy or hard.
And before I have Solo come up and speak, I would just say about like kind of referencing things. I don't think that would be considered bad. Like that's how you like. Somebody said earlier, like, or I think it was Secret. Like all artists learn from other artists. They look at other art and they try to mimic it, and it eventually turns into their own style. I mean, Manifest, you generating something on AI and then painting it in real life, it's not going to come out the exact same. You know, you're going to put your own little twist on it. You have your own little brushstroke style, and it's if it comes out like, and if you're trying to directly replicate it, that's practice. You know what I mean? It's still your own art. That's still your own piece, especially if you're taking something that you saw and you're replicating it onto physical paper and stuff like that. Like that, you created that. It's like you painted that. You picked the colors. You picked the size of the strokes and things like that. So I wouldn't worry too much about getting a reference, especially from AI, since I feel like getting a reference from AI is better than getting a reference from a direct image from an artist. A way that I did on the guac collection actually is I put some prompts into AI to get some ideas of what I want for like. So there's a lot of bug assets. So I didn't want to take bugs that were like directly from online. So I would generate them randomly with AI, and then I would take those as references and kind of draw them um, onto the collection. So I would like that better than me finding a direct image off online and trying to replicate that, because AI has it's different. It's you know it's learned, and it does create new things, but it also is referencing a bunch of other things. So I definitely appreciate AI in the aspect of like, especially like if you're drawing, let's say like a landscape and you don't know exactly what you want to do, you could generate a bunch of landscapes on AI, pick which parts of which ones you like the best and mold them all together into your own piece. Solo?
Yeah, I was just gonna play the devil's advocate. With like a lot of artists that I know, like traditional artists and digital artists, a lot of the complaints that I hear is, you know, most artists, like growing up, you know, we create art and we have a really hard time making a living off of it, right? Like the whole starving artist trope. And then all of a sudden NFTs come in and we're told like, oh, you can make money with your art. And you come into the thing and then you know you've learned the Web3 space and all of like, you know, the scams and people losing money and stuff. And then tradition or the AI art starts becoming trending, becoming like people are making sales and stuff like that. So there's a lot of, you know, for a lack of a better word, a little bit of jealousy or envy, where it's like, you know, to paraphrase someone, it's like, you know, I spend all of this time learning my craft and, you know, I'm dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome, I'm dealing with all of this stuff. And then all of a sudden, someone learns how to use a computer program and now they're selling for thousands of dollars and stuff. And I think that's where a lot of it is. But interesting, some of those artists that I know that have made those arguments are now actually embracing AI and experimenting with it and using it in the, you know, using it for references or even selling pieces like that, or, you know, using it as an inspiration thing, you know, like what if I mess around here for a few hours, what do those images trigger in me that where I go and paint something else that isn't more original or something like that. So I think ultimately it's just going to be like Procreate or any other digital thing. It's going to be intertwined. But, you know, we do have to listen to like everyone's opinion because everyone's opinion does matter. But the traditional artists and stuff, it's a lot of people spend a lot of years learning and sweating, going to like art shows and markets and cafes and trying to sell their canvases and their prints and can't make a living out of it. And then they come into Web3 and are basically meeting the same fate, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with that, but I also think that there's always going to be people, collectors that want hand painted, and there's also collectors that don't really care and will like AI artists. I mean, it's kind of like what you just said with like Procreate. So like when digital art came out, I bet you it was held at the same regard. Like, oh, you can just make this digitally now, even though I've painted this for hundreds of hours. You know, it's a necessary step in the future of technology.
Yeah. It happens with every technology that comes out, no matter what it is or what industry it is. There's always going to be traditionalist and purist and stuff like that. But ultimately, things change and evolve. It's just life.
Yeah, exactly. Delta?
For the whole argument of some like people coming into the marketplace and not selling, that is not on their artwork. It is not on their quality of work at all. That is on them marketing themselves. I was about to quit November. November was my last month here, not permanently, but I would have had to find a job because I was down to my last $1,500. I switched strategies and I just started marketing myself. I focused less on creation, more on marketing. And marketing is the thing that will make or break you as an artist. And it's sad. It's the truth, though. It is 100% sad because I see people who put hundreds of hours that have excellent artwork, and it makes me sad to see them quit their dream because they can't make a living off of it. And if I could buy their art, I would. And if I can't, I will push them forward because at the end of the day, this space lives and breathes on the artist and not the collectors. Because if there's no artists in the space, who are the collectors collecting from? And that's what I believe in. I believe that as an artist, we should be supporting one another as best we can. It might not be financially, but if we're pushing others forward and getting their art seen above your own when you don't need your art seen, I think should take a precedent, and it's sad. I have a lot of friends that have left this space that I still remember and still miss, and their artwork was, in my own opinion, 10 times better than mine. So it just sucks that their art didn't get seen by the right people at the right time.
Yeah, I completely agree. You could be an amazing artist, but just not know how to market yourself, and that is, 50% of the battle. Because you could, there's some NFT projects out there that the art is absolute shit, but their marketing strategy is awesome, and now everybody wants it. And it's a sad truth that it's 50-50. You need to be able to create the art, whether it's traditional, whether it's digital, whether it's AI, and you need to know how to market yourself. You need to get yourself out there. Secret, and then I'll let High C go.
I agree with Delta in this completely. But I wanted to touch two subjects. Somebody said that a friend was mad about they were drawing or their lives, and it's a skill that people say, oh no, because an artist is born. No way, no. You are not born. It's a lot of practice. And I can understand that if you've been drawing, painting, or taking photographs all your life, you see the AI, you get frustrated and angry. I can completely understand that, because it's what do you think? What I spend all my time. But we cannot fight that. And in the end, the marketing is almost the most important, because if you're a good marketer, I don't know if I made up that word, but if you are good with the marketing, you can sell sand in the desert. You can sell anything. But if you're a bad marketer, you can have the most beautiful art and not sell anything. The most amazing artist that I know in real life is this girl that she is completely amazing. She does every kind of art, and their paintings are amazing, and she does not sell anything because she's very very bad at marketing, and it makes me real sad. Like this girl is been painting all her life. She knows all the techniques, but nobody is looking at the pieces, and you need to draw the focus to you. And if you're a good selling, you're gonna sell anything. If it is cheap, if you're gonna sell it. And the problem with the art space in general, not only with AI, is that artists usually are bad marketers, are good and expressive and expressing and good at and doing their thing, but they are not as good selling themselves, because the thing about it feels so bad, like, but you have to sell yourself, because people want and collectors, not all of them, because I don't know all collectors, but they want something that they can like understand, like some like this. Oh, this is from Delta because 2 months ago I saw this piece and it was the same, so I can say it's from Delta. I don't support that, because I think everybody should evolve. But it's like people like to collect things that are alike, like cards, trading cards, and that kind of stuff, because they are almost the same, but it is very very hard to sell a pure art, because it's so subjective, and people want you to label it like, but tell me what is behind that, like give me reasons to buy it. And for me, that I hate that, but it's the way it is. And I hate it because I think if you don't see a reason to buy it, with your eyes, if it doesn't move you inside, you shouldn't buy it. I don't have to. I think the thing you see is the thing you should think. Oh, I want to have this. I don't have to go to tell you. Oh no, I spent 100 hours and I did it with my left hand while I was cooking with my feet, and I was like, that no. I don't think that's the point. The point is, you like it, you buy it. um, a lot of people care about the process, and there are a lot of AI artists that use hundreds of images just to make one. They make a lot of iterations, take for one iteration, one thing, for another iteration, another thing, to make one piece with a lot composed, but a lot of other pieces. I don't remember doing that with more than 5 or 6 pieces. I know people that have made it with 100 pieces. It's like, as Delta said, is the art is as hard as you want to do it. If you want to do 100 different pieces and take a little piece from every piece and to make one, it is okay. But if you in the end, the process it should matter more to the artist and the collector. I don't know. But yeah, I think too that AI now is like trendy. So collectors want AI. Some kind of collectors want AI, and they don't even know what they are buying. They are like, oh, tell me why I should buy it. And if I think if you have to tell somebody why if they have to buy art, it's in a bad. That's not the way. When I'm not a big collector. I'm a little collector. But when I buy a piece, it's because that piece speaks to me. I've never asked an artist like, "Hey, tell me why I should buy your pieces." No, I saw it. I'd say, "Oh, this is beautiful. I want it for me. I buy it." That's the way it works for me. But if you have to ask, why should I buy this? Maybe you're investing in something that you don't understand, and I think that investing in something that you don't understand is not very smart in a long way.
Paco, before we go to CC, I would like to ask if it's not a problem, because for me and Marcus, it's pretty late here. It's for me, it's 2:35 a.m. and I think for Marcus is 3:35 a.m. If it's not a problem, after CC, if we can do the draws for the giveaways, just a small break, and then we can continue with our discussions here, so that also Marcus can feel free to go to sleep.
Thank you, Nico. But I'm quite good. I'm still here. I'm happy. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say that we're going to be wrapping up soon because I do have work and I do want to do all the Discord games and stuff. So we will be wrapping it up shortly.
That's perfect then.
We'll have CC talk, and then everybody who's up here, if they want to just give a little blurb about what's going on with their project and stuff like that.
That's great.
Awesome. And then we can move on to the Discord games. Before CC talks, I did pin a post. We're having a poker tournament after this. After the Discord games, we're doing a poker tournament. The link is in the pin post at the top. If you guys want to join the poker tournament, we're going to be doing an NFT giveaway for the winner, and then some queso, our Discord currency, for the two runners up. But yeah, CC, go ahead, and then we'll get to, I guess, closing statements.
Oh my goodness. So I've been listening and kind of absorbing the conversation. And what I love about AI is that there are really no rules, honestly. I can do whatever. Can I swear?
Yeah.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. Nobody's gonna tell me what my style looks like. Nobody's gonna tell me how to, sell my art. No, I have a mixed background. I wouldn't consider myself a traditional artist, but I know how photography works. I know how to hold a paintbrush, and I love working with AI. It's a partnership for me to pull these beautiful images. And yes, I like beautiful shit, so I don't fucking care. Like, I love seeing what's happening, and I feel like we're partners and we're buddies and we're teaching each other. And I think it's a beautiful collaboration. And if you like my art, like Secret says, great, buy it if you fall in love with it. If you don't like it, that's fine. Go fuck yourself. Like, it's cool. Like, do your thing. And I love the fact that we're in NFTs, we're in Web3, because everything is the Wild West. We make up the rules. Why are we having people like come to us and say, tell me why I should buy your art? I'm like, I don't know, because you like it. Like we're making our own rules. We don't have to adhere to anybody's rules here. So everything about having to do something or not having to do something, it's bullshit. Do what you want to do what makes you feel happy, because that's why we're all here. We're here because we weren't happy with the status quo, what was traditional art or what was traditional, like the world that we are living in right now. We're here because we want to change that. So break down the doors, break down those barriers, and just do what makes you feel good. And for me, that is doing like millions of iterations to get just the perfect piece of art that I want to say, look at what I made, you know? So that's how I feel about it. I love and respect all of you and your opinions for sure, but I'm going to fucking do what I want to fucking do. Love you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's an awesome little speech to leave on. It's been a great space. I really appreciate everybody coming. I this is probably one of our best spaces that we had. I really enjoyed it, and I just want everybody who's up right now that has been speaking to just give a little blurb about their project, what's going on with them, and then we will move on to let's do the Feather Frogs giveaway first, and then we will do the closing statements. Feather?
I just want to say hi, Taco. Hi, Nico.
Hi, Berlin.
Berlin.
I love whoever the fucking bitch was. She's amazing. I want to be her friend.
CC.
She's a legend.
I just hit you with a follow because I love strong women.
All right, let's do the Feather Frogs.
I love strong women too.
Don't worry about swearing.
So, Ryan, I did the Twitter picker. Do you want me to call the names out, or should I just post it?
I mean, you can do both, just in case they might not be listening or they're not here currently, or.
Oh, I think they're not. I'm just checking, and they are not even one of them. So I'm just gonna post it.
All
Yeah,
right,
sounds
post
cool.
it. We can pin it to the top, and just hit me up with whoever it was, and I can send them that mint that I have as well.
Okay, I've posted it in the comments of the actual giveaway. You're tagged there anyway. I'll tag you again. Wait.
And I just pinned it to the top as well.
Yes. Yeah, congratulations to the 3 winners who are not here. I'm sure they'll be happy when they see it tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you giving away some tacos, and I love the idea of the advent calendar. That was a really amazing idea.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Are we still going on, by the way? Like, the giveaways are gonna run till the 25th of Christmas. So everyone who wants to join, every day we have one giveaway. Sometimes it's 1 winner, sometimes it's 2 winners. So every day till Christmas, we open 1 door of our advent calendar. And yeah, would be fun if you join. We have some very nice and dope prizes every day.
Awesome. Yeah, great, awesome idea. All right, so let's just move down the list. Everybody just talk a little bit about your project, what you have going on right now, and we'll move on to the Discord games. I know that Delta has released his final piece of the year. Delta, if you want to talk to us about that a little bit.
Yes, it's my final 1-of-1 auction on Super Rare for the year. I was really inspired by just closing the year out on a solemn note because honestly, this year's been really rough for me. It started out good, and then there's always been these bumps and hiccups, and November was really my low point of the year until everything started to pick back up, and I just wanted to do something different with my art for this final piece, and right now it's on auction, so I'm pretty happy with the response to it and everything.
Yeah, I mean that boombox that you had posted was awesome. I love that so much. Such a great piece, and it's like I love how your art is so nostalgic. It definitely hits me hard.
No, thank you. And honestly, I wasn't gonna do an open edition. Like I was debating up for it for 2 months or 2 weeks until I just said I'm just gonna do it, and it sold 82 mints. So I was blown away with the amount of people that wanted it. So it made my week, and I want to slow down as an artist because since I'm transitioning to fine art, I need to not mint as much. So I plan on slowing down until January and then picking back up again.
Well, your journey's been awesome so far. I've been following you for so long, and it's awesome to see that it's finally working out for you. And congrats again on being an artist on Super Rare. That's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Secret?
Well, I don't. I'm working in a lot of stuff now, but I don't really wanna chill about it. But yeah, I'm still drawing, still doing the AI, and as I said, some just check my link tree, and if you like something, just take it, and if you don't like it, okay, there's no problem. Yeah, there's something cool. I made for Christmas a Jesus Goes to Hollywood collection that is an AI collection about about Jesus Christ performing in different movies, and I enjoyed so much. I had so great time and so many laughs doing this collection, and I would ask you just go to check it out because at least you're gonna laugh because at least you're gonna laugh. It's been very funny. For the last thing, yeah, if you're an artist, AI or not AI, do what you enjoy doing because it's about that. And with time, people value that, but value the genuine feeling, that you are enjoying doing it. If at the moment you start just um, hoping through hoops, I don't know how to say it. Well, the moment you start to do what people are expecting you to do, it's easy to that emotion and that feeling goes going down, and you just don't enjoy it as much. And I think that the genuinely passion is that what really sells about the good the good marketing too, but the passion about your work, that's the important thing. Any kind of art you do, and a tool would never be I don't think a tool is gonna be the problem if you don't sell. If you are passionate and you keep grinding and keep working and showing yourself that you are expressing your feelings with your art, I think that's the most important. Don't let other people discourage you, telling you what you have or you have not to do, because art is not about that. It's about to do something that makes you feel, and maybe other person will engage that feeling with you. Like it happened to me with the Secret Project with Delta. Like he saw some of my characters and he knew them, and he feel this nostalgia and this related, and that's why he bought it. Because and that's the I think that's a million times more important. Like making a piece that connects with other person, because is the beginning to make a genuine connection with other person that can end being your friend. Almost all my collectors are my friends now, because we have something in common. When I sell something that is related to movies or to pop culture, I know that I sell a Neo, that person likes Matrix. So we have something in common. And that's how I do it. And I just keep creating the things that I feel. And that's what I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Connection in the NFT space is definitely a way to grow yourself. Berlin, I know you got your hand up.
No, I don't want to take up a lot of space because I know you guys are probably tired and you've been doing this for a while. I just wanted to say hi to Secret. She's lovely. We're friends. But I actually had a question for Delta because I didn't know that he was doing fine art, and I wanted to know more about this because I love his AI art, and I wanted to know a little bit more about his fine art, but I think I maybe missed something because I was in another space.
I mean, if Delta wants to go over that real quick, that'd be fine. We also are recording the space as well. But yeah,
Also,
Delta, go ahead.
Delta, you can DM me, and we're also in group chat, so it's fine.
No,
I just think it's really cool that you're doing physical art, or like you said, fine art, which in my brain equates to physical art.
Well, with my definition of fine art is, fine art to me is just dealing with one style and just limiting your release, and it's a different thing than just releasing artwork. Like I'm at the point right now where I have to be careful with how much I release because I have collectors, and as collectors they want to see floor rises, they want to see success of the people that they bought art from. So you have to make a choice what you want to do in this space. Do you want to just release constantly and then hope that I'm trying to word this correctly because it's a weird topic because, like I said, my friend, he does 2 drops a week. He makes he makes 1 ETH per drop every week. He sells every week. He'll have hiccups sometimes, but he just constantly sells. Or do you want to target higher prices for your pieces? And if you want to go that route, it's more considered fine art in a way because you're limiting what you're releasing, and you're picking your best of your best, and you're curating it so that it has that level of rarity, and there's a demand for it that increases usually your floor prices. So to me, that's what fine art means in a digital aspect, in the digital space. It's all about just curating yourself, and I don't like chasing money. I don't because as I said, this is my job now, and I do this full time, and it's a weird transition period because I used to have to sell daily just to pay my bills, and now that I don't have to sell daily to pay my bills, it's just me trying to figure out what's the next step in my evolution as an artist and what route I want to go. And it's just there's no rules. There's no blatant rules out there for what needs to get done. What's the common etiquette with the space, or how do you make sure the people that collect your art are happy? And it's weird because it's all trial and error, and there's always that off chance that you'll misstep, and then all of it goes away in a week. And that's one of the things that keeps me up right now is like all this could just go away next week. It could all just end. I could go back to where I was, and I wouldn't really know what to do. And it's scary. Success isn't guaranteed. I mean, there's always an off chance of failure, and I don't like people thinking, "Oh, you made it. You're there." No, I'm not there. I am not there at all, and I don't think I'll ever be there. I don't think at any point I will ever consider myself a successful artist because it's scary because you're relying on your passion. You're relying on your passion to make money, and that can muddy the water at times. And you can make these bad decision choices because there's money involved, and it's a lot of just calculating what you want to do and just thinking what's right at the end of the day, and how do you want to be remembered as an artist? Because I don't want to just be a footnote like in like a book. I want to have like a whole chapter dedicated to me, and I want to be able to inspire others, and I want to be able to support others. And the only way I can really do that is by doing my best and showing off my best work. And I don't know, it feels like I'm on a stage and I have the whole world looking at me, and it's just like, what do I do? Like one false step can just ruin everything. And it's different stress. It's a different kind of stress from worrying every day if I'm going to eat or if I'm going to pay my bills. It's the stress that I've made it in a sense, but there's always an offshoot of failure. And as artists, I think we need to just accept the journey and accept where it takes us instead of worrying about the destination or worrying about making $10,000 in a month or having a big sale, because it changes. The whole space evolves at such a rate that it's not just AI, it's just the whole art space just moves. I mean, we saw it in the past week with, or the past month with open editions, and how uh, Tyrell, he sold like 1,000 open editions. He made like $100,000, and you shouldn't really compare their success with yours, because at the end of the day, you're not their market. You're not marketing to the people that they market to. You run your own market, and you worrying about, oh, he made $100,000 in a week, I need to do that. No, you don't. Stop comparing yourself to others. You're an individual. You market to different people. You have different connections, and I think that's what people need to understand. I was in a bad space probably in March, where I kept comparing myself to people that were more successful than me, and it puts you in this negative space where you can't do anything. You're chasing, and you need to just not chase. You need to just go with the flow. And I really am much of a day-to-day person, and I just expect to just wake up tomorrow, do the best I can, and then keep doing that until I can't do it anymore.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, Delta, you're amazing. I highly respect you. Like I should post and I can be stupid, but I really love everything that you just said, and I highly respect it. And cancel culture is real. Like I'm no one to follow or respect, and I don't really care, to be honest, if anyone likes me. But at the same time, it hurts when someone doesn't like you, when all you do is try to do your best.
No, and I agree. It's just like, I'm a very laid back person. Honestly, in this space, there's only one person I do not tolerate, and I don't shit talk him. I don't try to talk about him. I don't bring him up, because it's not me. I just don't associate myself with him, and he's the only person in this space that I just won't tolerate. And I try to get along with as many people as I can, but at the end of the day, you got to realize you can't be friends with everyone. There will always be someone that doesn't like you, and that's always been one of my hardest things to get past, is trying to people please and trying to make everyone happy when I'm not happy. I kind of moved away from that whole aspect of how I want to be in the space, and I'm going to do stuff for me, but I also want to do it in a way that will guarantee some sort of success in the space.
Well, now we can all go cry and think about ourselves. This is a good time to end the space. I love everybody in here, and everything you just said, Delta, is 100% true. Comparing yourselves to others is not the way to go. Nico?
We have also Bree. Bree raised hand.
Oh yeah, I just had to go jump into another space I'm hosting. I just wanted to say, like, the intellectual debate was very stimulating today. I mean, you go to a lot of spaces and it's very like this, like, whole shallow, chill, very like, we're in a scientifically dominated field, but it's everything but the science usually in these fields. And today I felt like we addressed some very key things. I'm really happy about everything that we talked about. Very stimulating. As Taco was saying, this is amazing space. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a great night.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. This has been a great space, probably one of the best ones we have so far. So I can't wait until next week. Thank you, everybody, for coming, speaking your mind, coming up and just sharing your opinions. It means a lot, and it's definitely how we're going to learn and grow in this space. So I hope to see you guys next week. Right now, we're going to be jumping in the Discord for a few games. We have a poker tournament, and we're going to be playing some Twitch games. It's going to be a little short on East just because this ran a little bit longer, which is not an issue because I was having a great time in here. But I do have work tonight, so hopefully I'll see you guys in the Discord. We're going to be giving away some NFTs. We're going to be giving away some queso to earn some NFTs as well, so I hope to see you there. And I hope everybody has a great night. Nico, get some sleep. I better not see you in the Discord. And everybody else, I hope you have a great night. Thank you.